Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 11th through 17th, 2023. This is a reading for you if you are an Aries sun, an Aries moon, Aries rising, or have other significant Aries placement in your chart. This is for the week of the 11th through the 17th. However, if you are viewing this at another time, if you feel called to watch this, then there is still certainly a message here for you. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I would appreciate if you like this video, and if you find that it's helpful to you, if you would like to subscribe, that's certainly very helpful to my channel. Also, give it a like, make a comment. I do enjoy receiving comments from people, seeing how this works for you and how it's going, and perhaps sometimes even clarifying certain aspects of the reading that maybe are not clear to me because I'm doing a general reading, but then we can see how they actually apply to you. And if you're returning to this channel, welcome back. It's good to have you here again. Today I am using, again, if you're new to this channel, I use the cartouche cards, and I will clarify cartouche with a tarot deck, and this week I am using the Mother Peace Round Tarot. So I haven't laid the tarot cards out yet. I've laid cartouche down already in an astrological spread. And we're going to see what's going on for you this week. And got an interesting set of cards so far. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, here we are. So Aries, what do we have for you for this week? Let's see if I can tilt this down so you can see the cards a little better. Okay. So in an astrological spread, if you're not familiar, what I'm doing is I'm going to be reading the cards according to house position. So, the houses are 12, Aries through Pisces, just as they would be for your horoscope sign. And each house has its own, in addition, each sign has its own attributes, and therefore every house has its own attributes that connect to that sign. You'll see what I mean if you're not familiar. Okay, so this first house is Aries. It's your energy. And this is about your personality, about how you project yourself to the world, about what you want others to see about you. It's the I am card. It's, this is who I am. And you've got air with the Ace of Wands. Okay, Ace of Wands is definitely your energy. It's fire. But with air, there's a sense, okay, air has to do with being, certainly this is a very friendly card. Air has to do with communicating and with, being communicative, being friendly. But there's also a detachment to air. It's very strong Mercury energy. So we have this energy of being detached and not, it's not necessarily it's not an energy that's strongly, say, romantic or emotional or impassioned in some way, though we do have it with the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands does indicate a passion. It does indicate new energy too. Aces always bring something new. It's like a shot of fiery energy into something. So I feel like, I don't know, there's a very strong social element to this, the way I feel. I feel like you are, there's going to be some kind of burst of enthusiasm that's going to get you out there. Still, I mean, with air, you're still projecting yourself as somebody who's very friendly, very engaging, kind of almost a strong Sagittarius vibe between these, because it's very engaging, but not necessarily allowing oneself to get emotionally involved or enmeshed with something. So, yeah, so there's that friendly but detached energy, along with this shot of passion about something. I mean, you're going to be, intense go-getter kind of energy for you this coming week. The second house is money and possessions. Okay, so this is Taurus energy. And so, yeah, that's the second house has to do with money, possession, values, strong Venus energy there. You have water with the Four of Discs. So when I see these together, this indicates to me that, yeah, money coming in and going out again just as fast. Four of Discs usually indicates a need for stability, a need to keep keep things the same. So when I tend to see this kind of combination in the financial house, it suggests that, yeah, the checks, the money, the cash, whatever it is coming in, but there also may be a lot of bills to pay, and things may be going out, maybe because it's the Christmas season. Some people are buying gifts and so forth. So you may be earning your money and you may be giving it away as soon as you get it. But we have that with this, yeah, so this Four of Discs kind of indicates a need to try to stay put, stay stable, okay, with your finances. There is another inflection to this, though, because I feel with the Four of Discs, there's really this sense that, yes, this is about being secure and about being permanent with something, but sometimes it's also about letting something go and giving something up so that you can allow a flow to happen. So it's possible that you may be being too limited in the way that you're looking at your finances, and maybe you need to be a little more open. But I always tend to feel that this is, this may be a time to be a little bit more prudent when it comes to money. Third house is communications. This is Gemini, and it's Mercury energy. So there's a strong, this has to do with communications, can have to do with short journeys. Sometimes it has to do with siblings, with brothers or sisters. If you're in your own business, this could have to do with you as well. And okay, so we have Scarab. So Scarab indicates something, it has to do with new beginnings or new messages about something new or new situations. Obviously with new beginnings, that means something else has come to an end. So there's this message coming in about something new. Now we have it with the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is the energy of restriction. So I feel like seeing the Five of Swords here, again, I'm trying to feel out which way it goes, because you could get a message that feels restrictive in some way, or feels like, in this deck book, I think they refer to this as the bummer, or the result of a negative pattern of some kind. But the Five of Swords here, I feel is, I feel like there's a limitation here that maybe is going to be lifted. Okay, so someplace where maybe you feel hemmed in. If this does have to do with business, maybe things have not been going as well as you would like, or there could, again, this could be jealousy or arguing with a sibling. It is all of this is possible in this house. This is a general reading, so I can't get too specific on that. But whatever's happening here, it's going to lead to a change. There's going to be a new beginning that's coming in. Maybe there's going to be a decision to bring something to an end, or, the Five of Swords sometimes is about just putting your swords down and walking away. So there could just be something that is coming to an end here, and this is going to bring about this change. Interesting, because when I see this Four over here, I feel like there's, it could well be that if this is indeed about somebody's business, or difficulties with their starting a business or having a business, this may be saying there's some aspect of this that is been too limiting, both financially and otherwise. Maybe you feel like you're hemmed in some way, and you need to change. Interesting also that I'm noticing is we have card 13 over here. 1 plus 3 is 4. We have a 4 of Pentacles, and we have card 22, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So something around money, business, whatever this thing is where I feel like there's this limitation, I feel like the number 4 is significant. So something either in 4 days, 4 weeks, possibly 4 months for some people. But 4 is important here, so just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. And we have another 4, actually, because we have the Death card here, which is number 13. 1 plus 3 adds up to 4. And this is in the house of home and family. And so this indicates a change of some kind with family. And you have it with Pyramid. So Pyramid indicates a test situation, or almost an initiatory kind of an energy, or something that's just going to be resolved with time, or it's going to take time to resolve. So this could have to do with your literal physical home. It could have to do with a family situation. Sometimes this is also the house of the mother. So take it as it resonates. Death card here does not represent actual death. It just means that something is changing, something's ending. I'm seeing Scarab over here, and I'm seeing Death over here. And again, this 1 plus 3 is 4. I don't know, but something is coming about, something is happening, and whatever this is, it's going to either be changing something about a family situation, or it's a change that a family member is going to experience. or it's going to change something about your living situation. So again, take it as it resonates, but it does feel like there's going to be some kind of a test situation related, to your home and to your security, and perhaps also within the family as well. And death would certainly mean that changes are called for. There is definitely a time to drop something and to make a change. Okay, fifth house is Leo energy. This has to do with creativity. It has to do with love affairs. And it has to do with children, potentially, if you have any children. Okay, so we have the winged disc with the Eight of Swords. Now, Eight of Swords is, this is, you see the woman here, basically taking the swords and fighting with the wall here, and you've got the crow up here in the corner. And the literal meaning of this in the Mother Piece deck is thinking you are boxed in, approaching something too directly. Okay, so again, there's this, it goes along with this. There's this mental energy that is blocking. You're overthinking something. You're too worried about something. You're thinking you're stuck. You're only looking at something one way. You need to change the way you're thinking about something. Like there's definitely a strong energy here of needing to get out of, old, perhaps even comfortable ways of doing things, because ultimately these are leaving you stuck. And you have it with the winged disc, which is great because it indicates being able to overcome an obstacle. So again, whether this has to do with creativity or a creative situation, whether this has to do with a love affair, maybe there's going to be a new beginning with something, or if have a partner who you've been having difficulties with, maybe this is overcoming those obstacles, overcoming worries. If it has to do with a creative project, same thing. If you're a writer and you have writer's block, whatever it is, whatever's keeping you stuck, this definitely promises that it's going to become unstuck, because the winged disc is about soaring above. It's the sun disc, and so you will be able to move past whatever this is. And again, that's the pattern that I'm seeing through here so far. There's definitely this pattern of limitation, and limitation being gotten rid of through making a significant change or through dropping something. Okay, now let's go to the sixth house. Sixth house has to do with health. It's Virgo energy. This was, like I said, this was Leo energy, I think I told you. So this is Virgo, and this has to do with your health. It can have to do with a work or a job situation. Can have to do with pets sometimes. And also, it's generally the house of worry and anxiety. So you have Thoth with the devil. And so this here, Thoth does tend to indicate some kind of a potential thinking about health or healing, though Thoth tends to be healing more of the soul or the spirit. This tends to be more like mental health or, spiritual health, really. And with the devil here, there's this sense that there's been something toxic. There's some kind of toxicity here that is, again, creating this atmosphere of limitation. 4 of discs, 5 of swords, the devil. It's this idea of, and 8 of swords, this idea of either being tied in mentally, or it could be something physically toxic. Somebody who, for example, has an addiction or something like that they're trying to overcome. Again, that doesn't apply to everybody, obviously. But the devil does have to do with getting rid of something that's toxic. If it's a health reading, this could literally be somebody who is dealing with something maybe toxic in their body or something. They could be trying to clean or clear out things that are unhealthy, and it can even just be unhealthy habits: eating too much, drinking too much, smoking too much, whatever it is. There is this idea of a need to change habit, perhaps for a health situation. And as always, I just want to make my disclaimer: I'm not looking to diagnose anybody or anybody's situation health-wise. Obviously, health situations belong with a doctor and not with me. But being this is the house that connects to that, I'm just looking at what the energies are and what they might mean. If it doesn't have anything to do with health, then again, I feel like there's this idea that you are somehow keeping yourself chained to some kind of a toxic energy or toxic environment here. You see these people in chains on this card. There's something you're worrying about that's tying you down, that's having a toxic influence, that's keeping you from breaking free and moving ahead. And Thoth is a lot about divine timing. It's about healing on the spiritual level. So this is definitely indicating that it's the time for something to happen. Now, again, I have Pyramid down here, card 2 plus 3, 23, 2 plus 3 is 5, and we have 5 here. So we have a 4 and we have a 5. So I don't know. It just feels to me like there could be a progression of things going on here. that there's some either some habits that have to be gotten rid of, or changes that one might have to make to their regime, either physically, mentally, maybe, breaking free from, doing more meditation, not letting yourself get bogged down mentally. A lot of possibilities here. Or it could be a job that is choking the life out of you. So definitely, there's a whole, again, so far, we're looking at the first 6 houses. We're seeing a lot of new energy here in the first house. And this, you're definitely presenting people that you're enthusiastic and intense and on the go, while also remaining detached at the same time. But I'm seeing a whole lot of other energy here of feeling like you're limited and needing to break out of something. So that's definitely something that we're seeing here. Okay, so 7th house, this is Libra energy, and this has to do with partnerships. So can to a certain degree have to do with legal matters, because the scales of justice are the Libra scales, although legal matters tend to have more to do with the 9th house. So we will get there. But this has to do with significant partnerships, marriages. It can have to do with legal partnerships, business partnerships that you have with people, just other very significant relationships. And wow, you've got the 3 of Wands with the twins. Now, the possibilities here, 3 of Wands to me is about energy you put out and having that energy come back to you. And so certainly for a business partnership, this could be a significant business partnership, like a collaboration that would be good and would be worthwhile. The other possibility here is that we are dealing with an actual marriage. So if you are somebody who's unmarried and have a relationship, or an interest in say, okay, is this going to become something serious? This would be saying yes, it will. But there's definitely this significant idea of partnership. If this is about a marriage partner or about wanting to have a marriage partner, if you're not married, 3 of Wands would definitely have to do with somebody who is far away, potentially even somebody overseas, or somebody across water. Because usually this is a card of, well, I shouldn't say usually, but in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, there is a man standing on a shore looking out over at the boats. So there's this idea here of, putting your energy out, expanding outward. Okay, this is fire energy is Wands, so this is an expansion outward. So yeah, either a significant business partnership here, or there's a lot of potential here for a new love relationship for some of you that will be serious. If you are already married, this could represent something about, a partnership, or maybe even a third party coming in that is going to somehow be significant to you or your partner. 8th house is Scorpio energy, and we have Anubis with the 2 of discs. Okay, so Anubis is, there's definitely a card of protection here. Anubis is the guide through the underworld, and the 8th house is the house of transformation. It's life, death, other people's money, things like that. So there just seems to be a situation where protection, guidance, a need to see things clearly, because Anubis is about not deceiving yourself, and being able to kind of move through difficulties or changes and keep a sense of humor about it. Because 2 of Pentacles indicates keeping a lot of plates spinning. It seems to me like, that you may be doing multiple things, dealing with money. This is other people's money, so I don't know. Maybe this is about juggling things in any case. It's about trying to multitask, trying to keep multiple things going. Maybe that's just generally what your life has been like right now. But again, there's a decision that usually has to be made with these 2. When you have 2s, there's often, it doesn't have to be a decision, but a lot of times I feel like there's the idea that you can't keep spinning these plates forever. Right now, though, that does seem to be the flow of things, and it seems like you're going to be able to have the resources or the help to keep up. Okay, 9th house, okay, this has to do with long-distance travel, has to do with higher education. So a lot of people who are finishing up school right now and so forth, university education, also with religious institutions, deeper forms of knowledge, and as I've mentioned, legal matters. Okay, and we have Seth here. So Seth is a card of obstacles, obviously. It's the one red card in the deck. Some versions of Cartouche, it's black, but it's the red card. And this is saying, the bringer of storms here. So something either related to a school situation, a legal matter, or going overseas. Okay, so one of those things. Actually, it's interesting that I said going overseas, because that's not what I meant. I just meant on a long journey, but that's what came into my mind. But we have it with the Earth card. So the Earth card could ground something potentially. It could say, well, a trip might need to be delayed or something like that. Earth could also indicate money or finances being a factor. If it's a legal matter, there could be a legal dispute over finances of some kind. And we have it with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is the fox trying to get into the hen house. I feel like there's somebody who's doing something sneaky behind the scenes in some situation, or something that you're not being told. So I don't know. For some people, this feels like a legal matter to me, because it just feels almost like you've got to watch out for a saboteur. This could apply to other situations as well. It could be somebody within a religious community or somebody within a college or university setting or something. There could be this sense of not getting all the information, or somehow somebody manipulating or deceiving a situation. So take it as it resonates, but this feels like a manipulation over money of some kind. So yeah, and then the distance factor could mean somebody from far away as well. So I don't know. Again, it's going to be different for all people, but that is the placement in that house. Okay, so the 10th house is Capricorn energy, and this is to do with your job, your career, fame, reputation. Yeah, this is more career. 6th house is more job. This is more career. And we have Sphinx with the Priestess of Swords. Okay, so so this to me has this energy of the priestess to me is more like more like Queen of Swords energy. Actually, maybe even Page of Swords energy in this deck. And I'm feeling that, because again, you have Sphinx. You have this idea of you needing to wait and see on something. There's some kind of maybe a move you want to make with your career, or maybe you want to change careers. Maybe you want to do something to increase your visibility on something. And right now, there's this sense of hanging back, of being passive. And this card to me, again, there could be this saboteur here, okay? Sometimes if this is actually like a Page of Swords representation, that could be somebody who's a saboteur, or just a situation, I think more likely something where you need to get more information on something. And certainly there's the idea of having to use your mind and not your emotions to sort out some kind of a situation. You know, you may be tempted to do something or to come out to the world with something, and right now there seems to be a need to kind of hang back a little bit. So yeah, take that as it resonates. 11th house, this is Aquarius energy. This has to do with your friendships, has to do with your networks, and also with your goals. Okay, and we have 3 of Discs with Crook and Flail. So yeah, again, definitely this idea that there's a opportunity to move up, to make financial changes. 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Discs has to do with your security. Oftentimes this is collaborating with somebody on a business venture, and having it with the Crook and Flail, again, indicates a legal agreement, or it can indicate a raise in status and visibility. It can be that somebody who is a friend who is an authority figure, or it could be you. But there's this idea of, getting things together and getting a boost, getting a raise in reputation, raise in visibility, promotion of some type. And this does seem to be something that is done in concert with somebody else. Now, again, remember we have this 3 of Wands over here in the partnership house, and this is the house of friendship. So I feel like there's somebody in your network of support who's going to help you build something or move ahead. But the fact that I'm seeing this wait and see energy in the Capricorn house, this tells me that whatever's happening, it's something you don't want to act on right yet. Like you're waiting for this opportunity or encounter to occur. And you have, again, 3 of Wands here. Sphinx is card 21. 2 + 1 is 3. And you have a 3 here. So whatever this is to do with job or career or things like that, it's something that's going to happen in 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. So yeah, take that as it resonates. 12th house is Pisces energy, and this has to do with what's hidden. I mean, if the first house is what you show people, this is what you don't show people. This has to do imagination, dreams, strong Neptune energy for this house, and also things that we're afraid of. Okay, so we have Hathor with the Shaman of Discs. Okay, so yeah, these do seem to be concerns about security. Hathor could literally be a concern about a female person, but it doesn't have to. I feel like this is more just about getting organized. Hathor to me has a lot to do with the domestic sphere, though it can also just have to do with a woman who is very successful and organized in business. It doesn't have to be domestic. But this is this very strong feminine energy that comes with Hathor, like anima energy, and you have it with this Shaman of Discs. So I feel like there's this idea of, whether or not you're going to be successful, whether or not you're resourceful enough to pull something together or to pull it off. And again, this is in the house of fears. There's a lot of, I feel like there's an underlying fear here about how something is growing, about security, or about whether or not this will reach the kind of culmination that we see in the shaman here. Certain things also with this may be moving very slowly. This shaman is on a horse, but oftentimes, but he's not rushing into anything. I mean, there's this idea of something that's going to take some time, because I feel like this has a Knight of Pentacles energy to it. I feel like you may be concerned about how something is moving, like things may seem to be going too slowly, but no worries about that. I mean, there are worries about that, right? But I feel like the fact that it's in the house of worry indicates it's more something you're afraid of rather than something that's real or manifest or going to be coming manifest. So that's just, you need to be aware that things may be holding you back. Okay, so then we have Osiris overall with the Daughter of Swords. Daughter of Swords is, this strong, it actually almost has a Knight of Swords energy to me. Again, strong mental energy. There's definitely the idea here of you want to be gathering information. You want to be looking at things logically right now. I mean, Osiris is also definitely a card of stability, of relying on your own judgment. This is more Sagittarius energy, or Aries, or your own energy. So again, we have this air-fire combination here. And I just feel like this is a situation where you don't want to rush into something. Don't be impulsive. Gather information right now about things, especially about career changes. And a lot of these other things where change is going to be required, yes, you are going to have these big changes that are coming in. Perhaps they're connected to family, perhaps they're connected to health, perhaps they're connected to some other thing that you are invested in. But again, change is required, but make sure you think through your changes and don't do anything rash. That's it for this week. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next week.